Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Kate Hamilton Health Podcast. I am your host, Kate Hamilton. So today is a big day. It's the first day that I'm actually using Riverside FM to capture the video of this podcast as well as the audio. So this is new to me. I'm a little uncomfortable with it, but I'm going for it. So I hope it's okay. And please don't look at me. Anyway, so today's topic that we're going to talk about is organisation. And organisation is literally, sorry, I have notes and everything in front of me here so I don't lose my train of thought and end up all over the place. But organisation is literally the most important thing for remaining consistent and making progress. Like, I actually can't stress that enough. If we don't have systems in place, we end up relying on motivation alone, and that's exactly why so many people fail. I know how hard it is. I know how busy it can be. I know how things don't go according to plan. I have 3 kids. I get that. But it is worth taking the time to get these systems in place just to minimize all those shitstorms that happen. So, obviously there's so much as mothers and stuff that are out of our control, but it can be minimized by actually just being organized and having the systems in place. And I know what some of you are thinking. I'm not an organized person. It's easy for her to say she must be organized, an organized person, blah, blah, blah. But the truth is, we need to get out of this closed mindset of that we are a certain way or we aren't a certain way, and actually start thinking in a growth mindset. So we can all learn systems. We can all make them habits. It just takes a little bit of time and just a little bit of effort. So with that in mind, I'm going to talk you through a few, some systems that work for me. So as a busy working mum of 3, these are the systems that I have in place that I find just helps keep me on track, keep me in a healthy lifestyle, keeping fit, keeping healthy, and sticking with my calories if I'm tracking. So if you're looking to lose weight, these kind of things will help you to be organised so that you can reach your goals. Okay, so I have 6 things. Okay, so bear with me. So number 1, sit down and plan your meals for the week. Okay, seems so simple, but literally, depending on what day you do your shopping day, let's just say you have time on a Sunday. Sit down on a Sunday and plan out your meals for the week. Get a calendar, a diary, even a sheet of paper, and write out the different days of the week. You can, if you want to have an app on your phone, do it on your phone. If you have a chart on your fridge or something like that, but plan what you're going to have for dinner. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in particular, if you're kind of a Monday to Friday kind of routine. Look at what activity, take your activities into account when you're planning your meals. So for example, when I'm meal planning, I will cook something really simple and quick and easy on a day where I know that I'm really busy. If I'm getting in late from morning PTs and I've got after school stuff with the kids and I'm back in the gym again at 6, then I'll do something quick salmon and baby potatoes. And I always do baby potatoes rather than mashed potatoes or something like that, because literally you just throw them in the pot and boil them and they come to the boil. I have frozen veg for those kind of days. I keep it give the kids fish fingers, keep it really simple, but I know what I'm having. So taking the activities into account, the days you have less to do might be the day that you try that creative meal that you want to try, or I love cooking a korma, but it takes a bit of time and all the chopping of vegetables and chicken and all that kind of stuff. So I try and I will do that on a day where I have less to do. And if I have an absolute shit show of a day ahead, I literally go frozen pizzas. And it's fine. Look, you can get a nice thin based frozen pizza and know exactly where your calories are. Just be realistic with how busy you are. But the main thing is not to be going day to day being like, oh, what we have for dinner today, because it's just a recipe for disaster. Just know what you're having each day, and then you can't argue with yourself and say, fuck it, we'll get a chipper. You're like, no, I have the chicken in the freezer, I have the mince in the freezer, we're having bolognese today, we're having chicken curry, whatever it is. You know what you're having, and it just stops any of that kind of temptation, if you like. Yeah, so that's that one. Then, so number 2, pick one day to do your grocery shopping. Okay, pick one day of the week to be your grocery shopping day. Okay, make it your least busy day, and do your shop for the week based on your meal plan that you've just done. Okay, so I do this on a Friday because Fridays I try and I minimize the amount of PTs I do in the gym on a Friday. So, and I like to kind of tie everything up for the weekend so that I can be off at the weekend. So I used to do my shopping at the weekend when I was really busy, when I was still in school, but then I found it was kind of stressing me out on a Saturday or Sunday, so I moved it to a Friday, and I get my grocery shopping done on a Friday, and I will not go back into Tesco or Aldi for the week. Like, it like ruins my day if I've forgotten something really important. I'll actually send Dave to get it because I'm like, I make a point, I'm like in once a week, and then I know how much money I've spent as well, so you're actually saving money. And then when I need bread, milk, or any other tiny bits that I need, it's just up to Centra then at that stage, and it's just that little bit easier. So yeah, pick one day, because otherwise, like, you don't want to be in and out of the shops every day. It's a waste of money, it's a waste of time, and you're going to end up picking up things that you'll end up picking at, and you're just making things harder for yourself. So just that habit of planning the meals, making the shopping list, and going and doing a big grocery shop once a week and getting that routine in place. It's annoying at first, it's hard at first, but it is so worth doing, because it makes everything easier, and it does become easier the more you practice it. So definitely, number 1, give that a go. Yes, okay, number 3, day to day. If you're tracking calories, okay, which I know a lot of you are, this is more specific to just calorie tracking rather than if you're just choosing to use hand portions, or you're just focusing on whole foods and healthy choices and kind of portion size. But if you're tracking calories, I strongly suggest that you track your calories the night before. Okay, so when you're sitting down in the evenings watching TV and you're flicking away on your phone anyway, think, what have I got on tomorrow? And track your calories. What are you going to have for breakfast? What are you going to have for lunch? What are you going to have for your snacks? What do you need to make to bring with you? That kind of stuff. What obstacles have you got in your way the following day? Just get it all tracked. Figure it out. Get your calories right. They don't have to be to the T. 50 calories either way is not going to break the calorie bank. So just, as close to your calorie total as you can. But do it the night before. It's not set in stone then, like, you can change it as you go, but you're less likely to pick if you have a plan in place. Okay, so, just say you're out and something happens and you end up meeting a friend for lunch, you can edit and change, but you kind of, you know where you're at, and it's just small adjustments rather than guessing and kind of pissing into the wind throughout the day. You kind of know where you're at, and you don't end up with no calories at the end of the day because something didn't go according to plan. You'll have planned out and saved your calories for something in the evening time, or whatever dinner it is that you're looking forward to. If tracking the night before, or if you have time in the morning, first thing in the morning, whatever, like, I just know I wouldn't have time in the morning, so I do it in the evening, but just get it done, and it gives you that structure. Things are less likely to go tits up when you have some sort of plan in place. And yeah, okay, so that's number 3. Number 4, get a diary or a calendar, something to keep you organized. Write out your week. Okay, so this is more of a general thing rather than a food tracking thing. So with your week, okay, because I know some of you are as busy as I am, okay, you've got kids, you've careers, or you've both, and it's just mayhem, okay. So if you don't already do this, get it, whether it's a chart on your wall or a diary on your desk or on your phone. Write out your week, okay. What are your work commitments? What are your social engagements? What days are your kids in school? What after school activities do they have? Do you have any meetings? Whatever it is, okay? Then schedule in your walks, schedule in your workouts, because if you don't, they won't happen. So you need to treat your exercise as important as your work stuff and as your kids stuff, because it is that important. Because think of it, it's your health, it's your well-being, and it needs to be scheduled into your week. Don't let it cause stress. Look at your week, see where you can fit it in, and if for some reason it's only 2 days, at least you've got those 2 days scheduled in, and it's better than nothing. Yeah, so that's number 4. Number 5, don't be too rigid or black and white or hard on yourself, okay? Being organised doesn't mean being rigid. You need to be organised, but you also need to be flexible, because, you know, shit happens. Things aren't always going to go according to plan, and that's okay. So just, be flexible. And number 6, take time to reflect on what works and doesn't work. Okay, get a journal or make a little note in your phone when things come to you. I actually have, I know some people laugh at me about this, but I have a WhatsApp group with myself. So how you do it is like I made a WhatsApp group with my friend, and then I kicked her out of it. So it's just me in the WhatsApp group, and I literally send myself voice notes or lists or things like that. If I'm, like, I find a lot of things come to me when I'm on a walk, and like, my head is so busy, and I literally just get my phone out into my little WhatsApp group, and I'll voice note myself, or I'll text myself, so that I don't forget, and everything's in the one place. So that could be a good place to do reflections and reflect on what works and doesn't work. So this is the same as with actual your nutrition and your meals, and trying different things, and you're figuring out what works and what doesn't work. The same is true of your organization skills. You need to reflect on what systems work, what systems don't work, what stresses you out, where are you still stressed, and change it accordingly. So rather than just being like, oh, that was so stressful, like, I'm never doing that again, I'm going back to my old ways, being like, okay, that didn't work, but why didn't it work? What could I change next time to make it a little bit better? Because it is all trial and error. It is a learning curve, and that's okay. You just need to be patient with yourself and learn from it. So it's not a case of doing something new. Oh, it didn't work, I give up. And this whole kind of, the analogy of falling off the wagon, I hate that, because I'm like, there is no wagon. It's a continuum, like, that, and it's basically like a science experiment. It's you're trying something. Did it work? You're reflecting on it. It didn't work. I'm going to try a different direction, do it this way. Or if it did work, great, I'm going to implement that, and then I'm going to have to put that in place so that it becomes a habit. So just please stop thinking all or nothing. When it comes to organization, it will be a little bit stressful at first, changing your habits. It always is, the same as it is with changing your eating habits. Changing your routine, or putting a routine in place for the first time, is going to feel a little uncomfortable, but it's worth it. And just keep trying and finding what works for you. So that's basically all I wanted to talk about on that for today. I also just wanted to mention that my next intake for the Nourish, Move and Shine program is on August 29th. So with the Nourish, Move and Shine program, I only have 2 groups going. So I have 2 different groups two different groups going at the same time. So I have one group starts on week 1, and then when they get to week 7, I take on another group. So every 6 weeks I do an intake to the Nourish, Move and Shine program. So my next intake, as I said, it's the 29th of August. It's a 12-week program. This brings you right up to the end of November. So it'll have you ready just in time for Christmas, which is actually really scary to think about. I can't believe I'm mentioning the word Christmas, but it is. So if it's something that you are interested in, please do message me on Instagram. You'll get me on Instagram at Kate Hamilton Health, or you can email me katehamiltonhealth@gmail.com. And I do have spaces left. I do limit the spaces because even though it's group coaching, it's quite hands-on, and I want to be able to give everyone the most attention that I can. And I was going to say something else in it, and I'm doing a blank on it now. Trying 29th of August. Yeah, it brings us right up to the end of November. And it is group coaching. It's all online, so you can do it from anywhere. And let me know if you are interested, and I will get back to you on it. So basically, I suppose I should give you a little bit of information on Nourish, Move and Shine. So Nourish, Move and Shine is a nutrition and lifestyle program. So what's included is you get a weekly email which would have nutritional information and education. You'd be given personalized calories or calories and hand portions, and you can choose which ones day to day that you'd rather work with. Food lists. You get a recipe each week, so you kind of build up a bank of recipe ideas. You'll be in a WhatsApp group with others so that you can work together to motivate each other, to support each other. You would have daily support from me because I would be in the WhatsApp group also, and I'd be available through email and through WhatsApp privately also. You have movement goals, so you might be, to begin with, you'd have 8,000 steps to reach, then it might go to 10,000, and you keep building on that. So the movement goals, you'd be given workouts, so you can choose to do home workouts or gym workouts, or a mix of both if that's what suits you best. So the workouts would be kind of basic strength training with a little bit of cardio at the end to get the heart rate up and keep everything moving. And let me think, is there anything else I wanted to say on it? We try and organise monthly hikes as well, so kind of usually in the Wicklow area, and we get together once a month and just for a chat and a walk, and just getting to know other ladies around the place who are on a similar journey to you. So you can do the program from anywhere. You don't have to be local to Wicklow, which is where I'm based. I'm based out of Kilcool in County Wicklow, but you can do it from anywhere in the country or anywhere in the world, really. And it's a fantastic community, and we do a lot of focus around mindset. So as well as our nutrition and our movement goals. So my description of the program is actually very all over the place, but I'm going to go with it anyway. We do a lot of mindset work, so you're actually given mindset homework every week as well, where you need to reflect on your habits, and there's a bit of journaling involved, and just to help you change your whole mindset around food and around exercise and around weight loss, and try and get rid of all those kind of bad habits that we've put in place through fad diets. I'm also very aware that a lot of my clients are really busy, so the program is very flexible to fit around your life, just like my own life is, because as I've said before, I have 3 kids, I'm working, and it's just hectic. So it's about finding a healthy lifestyle that actually works for you. So anyway, long spiel. Next intake, 29th of August. If you are interested, please do contact me. I'll say that again. Instagram at Kate Hamilton Health, or email katehamiltonhealth@gmail.com. And thank you all for listening. I hope you found some of those tips useful, and let me know. And if you like the podcast, please do share it with your friends, or share it on your stories and tag me at Kate Hamilton Health. I am always looking for feedback, so let me know how you get on. All right, chat to you next week.